So first off, I'd like to say Kal, Alal, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Akarkodash. To be honest to the apostles that great me stone and shalom to the brothers, out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and all honesty. Right, so this evening, it's just a little impromptu on a video we saw today. It's the brother Ash and the brother
one.
Right, and we're there just to go through this lesson. We've been speaking about this thing, for a very long time, and the elders, apostles before us, speaking about that MOTB, right, and I saw the day draw closer, right, so it get more evident, right, and bigger moves being made, to show that, we were right. Right, in regards to what is the MOTB, which is that with that C hip, we can't be too transparent because of the YouTube algorithm, but if you have an ears to hear, then listen. Right. So we're gonna start off. We're just gonna play this video. It's about 3 minutes long, but there's a lot of meat in there. And then we get into with the precept of the about it.
Right.
Now, it even gets worse. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is continuing its global push to support its so-called government-backed digital ID programs, and this time setting its sight on Kenya, where it will advise the government on that country's Maisha Namba digital ID initiative that is currently under development. So,
as where it's saying at the video, it's a global push.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is just one of the tools to our end. It's one of the means to our end.
Right.
You know what I mean? And these people, these so-called elites, they set up these different foundations, you know what I mean, in different countries in order to push the bigger agenda. You know what I mean? And this digital ID are one of the main one of the main goal of them need in order before if we accomplish before them can go in at the CH.
Right.
You know what I mean? So all the countries around the world, them steering it towards towards that direction. Here in Jamaica, they're making moves to go with the digital ID all across Africa, in the US. Basically all the countries in the world heading in one direction simultaneously. You know what I mean? So if this thing was even random act, I think every country would be heading in one direction, without a plan, without one plan.
Right. And if we can say this, if you've been following the foundation, the Bill and what's your name? Melinda Gates. They've been visiting a lot of third world countries for the last 3-4 years, right, with the same agenda. We mentioned Jamaica. In Jamaica, the first time this ID system was mentioned was back in 2010, right, with Bruce Golding, right, but the infrastructure was not there as yet, or the technology was not perfected enough, to have a rollout. Right, speaking about the blockchain technology, but then the technology is now perfected and ready, right? And even though 2020 or 2021, when Jamaica voted on it, the Jamaica Congress voted on it, it was shut down, right? But they kept on going, and now I think it's passed, right, and ready to be rolled out, along with Jamdex, which is their CBDC. Right, so you have countries move ahead. Hey, Kenya made a big move as compared to this press conference they have right here. We're gonna get into it.
Right, because what them basically are trying to do, basically get the third world countries up to speed. The more developed countries already have a more robust framework in place with as it concerns to ID.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the third world country, way behind in terms of getting a centralized system in place.
Right. Like we still using plastic IDs.
Right. So once them get the third world up to speed, then them can just push them plan, because the first world basically have that framework already.
Let's go into some more into the video.
according to a Kenyan news agency, Gates' role is assisting the Kenyan government in its development, and the rollout of Maisha Namba was announced after a recent series of the closed-door meetings with Kenyan President William Ruto. According to biometric update, MySha number is supposedly expected to address different challenges, such as identifying and authenticating citizens, safeguarding primary registration documents such as birth certificates and national identity cards, and improving the management of the social programs and government operations. The project has...
Yeah, man, and we just want to quickly interject, because you know, whatever we do, we have to bring out the precept. You know what I mean? Alright, so this is 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11. It says, "Least Satan should get an advantage over us,
Right.
for we are not ignorant of his devices."
Gone. Hey, we're not ignorant of what take place, right? Hey, the Spirit of the Lord been shows, you know, the series of events that are going to take place, you know, leading up to this, right? And if you've been following, any GMS camp, any at all, right? You have been privy to this information, right? And hey, no, all you see is the manifestation, right? We've been telling you that they're gonna put things in place, you know, to trap you people into getting that CHIP, right? Into getting that MOTB, right? And all they're doing now with these digital ID systems is cornering you, because you hear what she said, the birth certificates, and other, you know, to verify who you are, you know, just like if you have an email address, right? You create a whatever account with a, you know, Netflix, Hulu, you know, verification. You say this is you, right? And your email address is what is used to say, okay, this is you, right? But now the verification is gonna be in that mark, right? If you don't have it, then they can verify that this is you, right? And what is that gonna mean? It means you're gonna lose your subscription to life, right? Whether going to the supermarket, taking a cab, you know, buying gas if you have a car. Right, you're going to lose your subscription to life. You cannot operate unless you have it. Yeah, something else?
Yeah, no man, can continue.
Okay, let's go.
Met with skepticism in some parts of the country. Rights groups have also been expressing concern over the possibility of discrimination and the erosion of privacy. But listen, I just told you in a very nice way. Now let me just put it blatantly to you. The program targets the birth of new babies. So once you have your baby, before your baby leaves the hospital, you no longer get a paper birth certificate, but then you get a digital one that is somehow implanted somewhere on somebody's body.
You hear that? You get that digital birth certificate that is implanted on your body.
Somewhere on your body. Not an embargo.
Not an embargo. Not a white woman.
I said these are the bugged out.
Right. But you see, the scripture said it said the vision is for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And this is it speaking right here. How can you now deny, you know, that this is the situation?
Right.
But you know what? You know, teaching this truth, we had faith, knowing that the Lord would have made it evident what was that MOTB when the time comes. So no man would take it ignorantly. Right? So hey, you other camps out there, you know, this is just more evidence to say that, listen, this situation, what are you gonna do? I mean a lot of men might out here have a piece of, you know, have some funds in the bank and don't want to lose it, or have a high lifestyle that they don't want to step away from. But the truth is, at the end of the day, the Lord is going to make us choose.
Right. And this is not as what the thing I tell us, basically closed door meeting.
Right.
Where them man here having with Bill and Melinda Gates. It's not a case where they down in Kenya say, oh, we're having so much problem and we need to identify our citizens.
Right.
Let me come up with something.
No,
this is a plan from the devil, and them coming and giving a their vision and their plan and say, look here, this is how things is going to work, and this is how it's going to be. And these other some of them other nations, some of them Jake, because you know a lot of Jake in Africa, same way, you know, and these wicked man basically are selling out their people, you know what I mean, just to be in league with these devils, yo. You know what I mean, because even if you watch in the picture, You see all those different people who say them basically so-called, pushing blacks' rights and all of that.
Righteousness
Them, you know what I mean? Them, them all bugged out, yo. You know what I mean? Them all bugged out. And let me just get in another precept quickly. This is Isaiah 28 and 15.
Well, let me find it right here. So.
I mean,
28.
Because if they've been going through the scriptures and knowing the enemy, you know what I mean, they wouldn't be having that celebration behind Bill and Melinda Gates.
Right.
You know what I mean? It says Isaiah 28 verse 15. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death and with hell, are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. You know what I mean? So all those leaders, you know what I mean, the leader for this country, the leaders for a lot of these African nations who think by thinking that, listen, they are in with this agenda, elite agenda, this devil agenda, you know what I mean, to submit their people in this bondage, and they feel like, alright, then at the end,
they're gonna be
piece
safe.
of the pie is going to be in it for them.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's not for you.
Right. So I'm going to throw you under the bus here.
Right,
The most I'm going to judge you.
Can.
You know what I mean?
Hey, the scripture we were on before, I can just jump back to it. This is not for you. Right? He's just using you to ensnare the people.
Right.
To trap the people.
Can.
What was I getting? Jeremiah 5 and 26. Right, so it's Jeremiah 5 and 26. Therefore among my people are found wicked men. They lay in wait as he that setteth a snare. They set a trap and they catch men. Right? And that this whole thing is a trap. Right? Even for the ones who have set the trap. Right? After the wicked men among our people, it's a trap for you as well. Right? Yeah, people like Andrew Wallace, him headstrong in this. Him behave him like he want to be the helmsman, him want to lead way.
This plan,
Obviously, this plan, it's his plan.
Right, him not have a clue how this plan come about.
Right, it come about, and he don't know it end. He don't know it's gonna end. So he might think him doing a good thing. Maybe he think he might do a good thing. Maybe he think him and the elites are friends or whatever. You're not friends. Right? You're not friends. To them, you're just another puppet.
Collateral damage.
Right?
Them man use bigger slack.
Go ahead.
But them man here use bigger people than you and throw them under the bus.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just for your time, for them just use you, you know what I mean, and get rid of you. You know what I mean? Them man here in a plan for bring Jake them so-called new kingdom. You know what I mean? Them basically want just use it and achieve a goal and get rid of us,
You might hear us talk and you say, with us conspiracy theories or, with lunatics or whatever. But the truth is, the things that we've been speaking keep coming to pass day by day. Right? We've been speaking things, I always say this, we've been speaking things that our Prime Minister should do before he even came into power.
Right.
So how does he feel doing those same things that we say he would do even before he come into power?
Right. Can.
It is obvious that we are aware of the agenda and we are 10 steps ahead of you.
Right. And I know, like say we have some crystal ball or
No.
we have some outward thing where we so bright and intelligent,
Right.
just the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai,
Just the spirit.
Just the spirit, and we have to give thanks for that.
And
You know what I mean?
hey, you should have look on and fear just like the elites. Right? Because we're speaking those things that you ought to do and that you will do.
Right. We're just some regulars. We're just some regular men, We used to go about our business. Just a regular man, unlearned as what them would say. You know what I mean? But maybe go back in the article.
Okay.
The digital ID, which has been a big problem to us for a very long time, is now on a testing mode for the next 2 months. I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December, we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic or otherwise, as an ID, that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris or their fingerprints, and we can transact without the necessity of people struggling to identify who they are. And
I must ask the question: is there an issue with Kenyans? Do they have an issue where Kenyans going in and nobody know who they are?
Right.
They're having such big problem with identify. Is there an issue in Jamaica with people identifying themselves?
Right, because
Currently.
most people in Jamaica have a passport. Who have a passport of national ID. Or a driver's license.
Right. What's the issue? You know what I mean? These men now go tell you fully certain things, you know what I mean? But with spiritual insight, you can basically see behind the veil where them try basically put on the little front where them try show us, alright then, this is more convenient, you know, you don't have to walk around with an ID, you know, but you have to be spiritually inclined to see basically the downside to this thing, you know. You know what I mean?
The proudest part of it is that we don't have to spend the billions that we have spent on all the other.
You hear him say? He don't have to spend the billions. Because who want to spend it? the Bill Gates Foundation. Why them spending so much money?
Right.
Manenos, as all of you know.
We're taking things that are, you know, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
Kenya is in serious trouble. Now, for you to accept this, that means you're going to be completely surveilled and controlled. Think about it. So they have targeted the new babies, of course, even the ordinary citizens, the grown-ups, the young ones, the teenagers, and even the elderly ones will receive this digital ID. But they will then create a new generation where they'll be completely under this digital ID and they have no choice.
Right, and I like how she top it off. They will have no choice. Right? And we can with that we can go right now the scripture, Revelation.
So Revelation 13, verse 16. And
yeah. You can go miss right. Look it real quick.
Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causeth all,
right,
both small and great. And basically what she's saying, you know, when this that they're basically creating a new generation with just the young, you know, somewhat true, but it's not fully true, because when this man come in with him thing, you know, brother, both baby, old people, everybody gonna have to take it, yo. You know what I mean? Because these babies have to be born of adults. Right. You know what I mean? And these adults have to consent to giving their child this.
Right. You
know what I mean? So like I said, the baby them just born out of thin air and say, okay, well, just give some babies, and there's no adult in play. So whichever time the kids them are get it, there's always adult in play have to be giving consent to their child getting that. You know what I mean? And if you giving consent to your child getting that, then why wouldn't you get it?
Right.
You know what I mean? So we know that is not just for the kids them as well the precept, but let's just make the precept speak.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor. So this thing is not just for the little man. Even the president that is trying to bring this in. You know what I mean? You're going to get one. You know what I mean? Rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the number of the beast,
the name of the beast,
or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. You know what I mean?
And that is what it boils down to.
Right.
Hey, no, as I said before, you're gonna have to subscribe to life via that mark, that you know that C hip, right? That digital device.
Right.
If you don't have it, right, then you can't operate,
Right. This.
right? You can't eat, right? You can't do any transaction. You can't even, you won't even be able to take a taxi or a Uber.
Right. So we're heading into that crossroad right now, yo. You know what I mean? We're heading headlong into a crossroad where you're gonna have to choose left or right.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no two way about it. You only can go either on the left
Or on the right.
or on the right. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have to choose. You know what I mean? The most are going to put us and the people of this world through tough decisions. You know what I mean? You're going to either choose Yahweh Hashem or you're going to choose the devil and his system. You know what I mean? And we know that this man don't have any good hope for us in this system. So even for the ones them where I going to take it, Esau, I going to turn around and basically kill it after that. You know what I mean? So
I promise you, it won't last long.
right.
The utopia, that when after you take it won't last long.
Yo. You know what I mean?
Right? Hey, make me say this. You have a lot of things that happen on the background also. Right? Like you have, for example, World War III. You know, right on your doorstep. So hey, your utopia is not going to last. Right? If the scripture says, whosoever loseth his try to save his life shall lose it. Right? And whosoever loses life for the sake of your Yahweh shall find it. Right? And that this is where faith is gonna come into play.
Right. And the losing, some of us, know some of the men of the Lord that you lose them life physically, you know what I mean, but also losing the life, you know what I mean, mean as well the lifestyle. You know what I mean, whether it be your house, whatever comfort that we have in the house, in this life, you know what I mean, we have got sacrifice, you know what I mean, for God this way. That's also a part of it, you know what I mean, even though as I say, some of us literally are going to lose life, you know what I mean. So as I say, we're going in the crossroad now, you know what I mean, if we're going to have to choose, you know what I mean, which side we're going to be on, and why not choose the side of honor, why not die if it so be, you know what I mean, with some honor, you know what I mean, than going headlong in the devil plan. You know what I mean?
Alright, so I guess with that, you know, we can say, you know, Shalom to you brothers out there.
Right.
Until the next one.
Yeah man, hope this one was edifying, you know what I mean?
Can.
Right, so
Shalom.
Shalom.